love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? This is second nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt, Jesus will.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and
they'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 9-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down as 40. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Jacksonville.
Carr completes it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
on 2nd and goal. Carr got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. from the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Samuel, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Jackson now off the bootleg. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Taking a shot for Sam. One at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 35.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. They'll start the drive with Love here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
On second down, it's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside. The 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Carr now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On play action, now Carr. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Carr, incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Jaguars. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, it's Carr. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. It gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
33-yard line. That's a gain of 8.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Jaguars 27, Bills 10. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to
a big 14. Play there. 79 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 50-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw from his end zone, Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught at the 2. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make it lift.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the number 1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Jaguars, now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to... Yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Britton, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. Right?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
A gain of 4. It's now
they'll run it on the toss.
To the 24-yard line.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Carr going to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Carr. Staying on his feet. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a play fake. Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And his kick here is good. And that will make the lead now 26. 49. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA.